Some say true power lies in the shadows, unseen until it strikes. Others believe it's a force so primal it defies human comprehension. And what if both whispers are true? What if there exists a being, a presence, on the diamond whose very essence is woven from both the creeping dread of the unseen and the raw, unbridled fury of an ancient god? We speak not of mere mortals, but of an entity that bends the very fabric of the game to its will, an enigma draped in the mundane uniform of a first baseman. Is it a man, or is it something more? What dark alchemy forged this creature of consistent terror, this specter of precision and power? Its name, if names truly hold dominion over such forces, is Matt Olson. But to simply utter the name is to miss the chilling truth of what it represents. When a bat connects, it's not a mere crack. It's a thunderclap in a silent, suffocating night, an explosion that echoes from some primal abyss. The ball, once a sphere of stitched leather, transforms into a fleeing phantom, a desperate soul attempting to escape the gravitational pull of a newly formed black hole. It ascends, defies the laws of physics, and then, with a horrifying inevitability, vanishes beyond the farthest walls, leaving behind only the collective gasp of a bewildered stadium. Pitchers, hardened by years of battle, find their eyes widening, their bravado crumbling as they watch their best-laid plans consumed by an unseen hunger. Is it just raw strength, or something more sinister? Does it draw its power from the despair it inflicts? Every towering blast is a whisper of doom, a promise of devastation yet to come, etching itself into the nightmares of those who dare challenge its reign. The sheer consistency of these disappearances is unsettling. It's not an accident, but a calculated, ritualistic act of obliteration. Then, turn your gaze to the other side of its dominion, the first base bag, an anchor point in a storm, yet patrolled by a silent, predatory ghost. It moves with a preternatural grace, a flicker of shadow, anticipating every erratic throw, every desperate sprint toward safety. The glove, an extension of its will, does not simply catch, it devours. Foul tips, scorching line drives, errant tosses that would send mere mortals scrambling into the dugout are swallowed with an eerie calm, vanishing into the dark maw of its leather prison. There's no frantic scramble, no wasted movement, just a cold, calculating efficiency that borders on the inhuman. Does it possess eyes that see beyond the present, foresight gifted by some ancient pact? What unseen threads guide its every step, allowing it to predict the unpredictable, to be always where the chaos will erupt, ready to quell it with unnerving ease? The base paths are its hunting ground, and every runner an unwitting prey, trapped in its perfectly executed web. This consistent terror isn't an ebb and flow, a peak and valley, but a relentless, unyielding tide of dominance that washes over the game, season after chilling season. It's not just an occasional burst of brilliance, but a persistent, haunting presence that never truly recedes. What feeds this inexhaustible well of power and precision? How does one individual maintain such a dual mastery over the very fundamentals of the game, making the extraordinary seem frighteningly routine? There is no visible struggle, no outward sign of effort beyond the smooth, almost languid movements that betray a deeper, intrinsic understanding of the game's unseen mechanics. Olson is one of only a handful of first basemen in MLB history to have multiple 50-homer seasons, placing him in an elite, almost mythical tier of raw power that echoes through the annals of time like a forgotten prophecy. This isn't just a talent. It's a curse upon its opponents, an unholy blessing for its team, manifesting with such an alarming regularity that it feels less like skill and more like destiny. Its influence extends beyond the visible acts of hitting and fielding. It is an unseen hand, guiding the flow of the game, manipulating probabilities. Pitchers, knowing the abyss that awaits their mistakes, might nibble at the edges, walking batters they might otherwise challenge, their strategies warped by the sheer dread of facing its wrath. Runners hesitate, their instincts dulled by the knowledge that no throw, no matter how wild, seems to escape the devouring maw at first. Its presence alters the very psyche of the opposing team, sowing seeds of doubt and fear with every plate appearance, every defensive play. What whispers of despair does its mere silhouette conjure in the minds of those who stand against it? He has achieved a career fielding percentage consistently above .990, an unseen standard for a player with his offensive prowess, effectively creating a black hole at first base for errant throws that disappear without a trace. This is not just a player. It is a tactical weapon, a psychological barrier, a haunting shadow cast over every strategic decision made on the field. Delve deeper into the defensive mastery, and you encounter something truly unsettling. Its movements around the bag are not just quick, they're surgical, almost preternatural in their timing and anticipation. The subtle shifts, the minute adjustments of its frame before the ball even leaves the hand, speak to an understanding of angles and trajectories that transcends human intuition. Is it reading minds? Is it seeing pathways invisible to the mortal eye? Its glove work is a macabre ballet, each motion precise, economical, and devoid of the frantic energy that often accompanies great defensive plays. It's as if the ball is drawn to it, pulled into its orbit by an invisible force, a destiny it cannot escape. The agility required for a player of its size to consistently navigate the treacherous terrain around first base, scooping low throws, snaring high ones, turning double plays with chilling efficiency, speaks to a disciplined horror, a practiced perfection that leaves witnesses with a profound sense of unease. Now, let us return to the thunder, the raw, destructive power that resonates from its bat. It's not just about hitting home runs. It's about the manner in which they are hit. Often, they are no doubt blasts, rising from the plate with such velocity and trajectory that fielders don't even bother to move. The sound, when pure, is less a crack and more a visceral thwack that seems to shake the very foundations of the stadium, a primal scream from the heart of the beast. What ancient energies does it tap into to unleash such devastating force with such consistency? Each swing is a calculated risk, a moment of controlled chaos, yet the results are terrifyingly predictable. In 2023, Olson set a new franchise record for the Atlanta Braves with 54 home runs, a number that simultaneously overshadowed his Gold Glove caliber defensive consistency that quietly anchored their championship aspirations. It's a force of nature, a volcanic eruption in human form, leaving behind a trail of scorched earth and shattered hopes. The true horror, the profound terror, lies in the confluence of these two seemingly disparate forces. Imagine facing this entity, knowing that if you throw a perfect pitch, it might launch it into the furthest reaches of the night sky, a terrifying comet of destruction. Yet, if your teammates manage to put the ball in play, there it stands, an impenetrable wall at first base, a silent sentinel ready to consume any hope of reaching safely. This dual threat isn't merely impressive, it's psychologically crippling. Opponents are caught in a vice, paralyzed by the fear of its offense and suffocated by the certainty of its defense. What kind of monstrous creation can wield such absolute dominion over both creation and destruction on the diamond? It leaves no easy answers, no obvious weaknesses to exploit, only a pervasive sense of dread and an almost suffocating awareness of its omnipresence. It's a riddle wrapped in an enigma, a nightmare in cleats. The truth, then, emerges from the shadows not as a monster to be feared, but as a phenomenon to behold. This relentless slugger, this defensive anchor, this being of chilling consistency. It is not some cursed entity, but an embodiment of baseball's most terrifyingly perfect aspirations. Matt Olson stands as a testament to what is possible when raw, visceral power meets an almost preternatural defensive instinct. His home runs are not just points on a scoreboard. They are declarations of dominance, each one a testament to an unyielding will. His defense is not merely preventing runs. It's a ballet of calculated risk and flawless execution, a masterclass in the art of anticipation. The chilling awe you feel isn't fear of an evil spirit, but the profound, almost overwhelming realization that you are witnessing peak human performance, elevated to an art form so sublime, so flawless, that it almost seems supernatural. It is the beauty of utter, complete mastery, an almost spiritual understanding of the game's deepest secrets, making him less a player and more a living legend, a force of nature that commands respect and instills a profound, unsettling wonder. He is a ghost, yes, but one that walks among us, showing us what true, dual-sided excellence looks like. So, gaze upon the horror, and let it transform into awe. This is not just a first baseman. This is a sculptor of nightmares for the opposition and a beacon of untouchable skill for the faithful. The relentless power, the suffocating defense, the chilling consistency, it all coalesces into an undeniable truth. Matt Olson is an almost mythic figure on the diamond, a truly terrifying and utterly captivating force. That's just one of them.